Sippers, welcome to this episode of the Tea With Me podcast, the Friday episode with me, Shane Todd. It's going to be a good time. I've got a guest. It's a mystery guest. Let's just say he may or may not have been on the pod 3-4 times already, but he's back. He's back once again for the Renegade Master, and it's Mr. Aaron Butler. I'm going to bring him on in a second. Before I do, let me plug the Patreon, which is patreon.com/teawithmepodcast, where you can get the, I don't know why I said podcast and weirdly there, but Aaron's in the waiting room there, but I'm going to make him wait. You get the bonus Monday episode on Patreon with me and producer Dan, which is as good as the pod, a really good episode. You get exclusive news on merchandise, tickets, all that kind of stuff. And my Todd Father Waterfront Hall show is there for the Patreons to stream in its entirety. Patreon.com/TVMePodcast. Let me also just plug, we have a sponsor, which is Manscaped. The Lawnmower 3.0 is Manscaped's premier product. What it is basically the greatest ball trimmer that's ever been invented. I'm a customer. I used it not 1 hour ago, and I am several stone lighter because I'm a dad guy and I don't have time to groom. But I did, and I used a little torch on it, even though it was bright in the room I was in. I just think it's cute that it has a torch. Essentially, what Manscaped does is takes care of your family jewels, your crown jewels. You can go to manscaped.com, use the promo code TWithMe, and you get 20% off and free shipping if you want to take care of your balls. Girls, get it for your guys. Guys, get it for your guys. Girls, get it for your bros. You know what I'm saying. Manscaped.com, TWithMePod. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest is stand-up comedian and back garden dancer. It's Mr. Aaron Butler. I've admitted him into the room. Hold on. Here he is. Wait. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen. Look, for some reason that background looks fake, even though it's your real background.
No, it's total green screen.
What are you watching behind yourself there?
I don't know. It's just some random movie. I haven't really paid any attention to it.
I know what it is.
Let me see. Oh, yeah.
No, I hope that the video doesn't get taken down because that's in the background. But let me just say, I have a feeling you're watching behind the candelabra behind your back. Which is a good place to watch it. But yeah, I enjoy that a lot. Are you in the shed?
I'm in it's a bar, but it does look very shed-like, yeah.
Man, it's a shed that you've converted into a bar, but it is still the shed. It is,
yeah.
Don't say the bar as if it's, I don't know.
No, look.
The crown.
There's a sign there that says Joe's Tavern, so I officially got to call Joe's Tavern.
All right, cool, man. What are you doing? Just getting a chill on?
I have such a chill on right now. You can believe how chilled I am.
Man's had a chill on for 5 months. He's cryogenically frozen.
Hey, try years. And it's good.
A couple of things I'm very keen to talk to you about. Number one is, I've got to the point where I've been told by too many people now that I need a haircut. My wife being one, she said, listen, the time is right. You need to get a haircut. But here's the thing, my personal stylist, Mikey, cannot fit me in. So I'm going to have to go rogue and I'm going to have to get my haircut by a different person. So what am I walking into? Basically, what's going on in the barbering game? Because you've obviously got a cut.
Yeah, first off, don't call me your personal stylist. He's a barber, okay? Let's first off address that. No, man, he's not. He works for a lot of people.
He picked this t-shirt.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay. Well, in that case, you might need to get someone new because I'm not a big fan of that color, dude.
What about, the reason I'm wearing this, by the way, genuinely, is because my son...
Mustard green.
It's not great, it's brown.
Okay.
My son, to show his love for me, decided to do what can be described as a piss fountain on me about an hour ago. So I just grabbed the first t-shirt that I have.
All right. I was going to say, have you still got the same t-shirt on? Is that why it's that color?
We're not at that point yet where I'm just sitting in piss. But what did I want to say? It was on a totally different... Oh, yeah. Speaking of stylists, did I ever tell you this? When I just shot that series previously with Shane Todd for BBC, did I tell you they got me a stylist?
No.
Right, this is so me. I don't know. I don't think I've mentioned this in the podcast before. I got told, here's what happened. I did the pilot I did the pilot. The pilot went on TV.
In the white jacket, yeah.
I wore a cream denim jacket that I bought. Here's what happened with that jacket, and this is premium podcast content. I was hosting. By the way, this sounds like a McGoldrick sentence. I was hosting an awards do with Zoe Salmon in the Cathedral Quarter. True story. Everybody was really dressed up. It was like black tie, and I had said to the guys organizing it, I don't wear like a suit. I don't do that for stand up. Is it okay if I just wear my own clothes, like some sort of, the last day of term type vibe? And the guy went, yeah, that's fine. And I was on a break for rehearsals for the show. I was walking through Victoria Square. I passed Hollister. Now, you should stop shopping at Hollister when you're 17. I say that as a guy who used to work in Hollister. I'll tell you a bit about that in a second too.
Oh,
but
wow. I saw this
jacket in the window and I said to myself, I have to have it.
Have to have it, yeah.
I have to have it. And I wore it for that awards thing. And for some reason, I then decided to wear it for a TV pilot. And then basically, everybody jumped on me and started everyone started really having a go. Is that better?
Oh, so much better. I feel good now.
Right. Everybody just started having a go at me. Oh, by the way, look at me whenever I wear a hat frontways.
Yeah, it's not a. Yeah, that's good. Wear it like that.
You want me to wear it like this?
I mean, you obviously know I'm not really one to talk about fashion or style, so don't take my advice.
Listen, dude. Here's the thing. I wore the cream denim jacket.
Yeah, you did.
It got more talked about than the content of the show, which is very disrespectful. Yeah.
I remember.
So then what happened is I had to shoot some test stuff in the studio in Hollywood, in me and Dave's studio, to show the BBC. Now, I'm thinking this is during lockdown, so I'm thinking I'm just going to wear whatever I'm wearing. I'm not going to dress up. I'm not going to wear what I would wear for the show. So I wore like a yellow Champion t-shirt that wasn't that fresh. It was like a little bit creased.
Great.
But they must have watched it and thought that's what I was going to wear for the series. So all of a sudden they're like, your stylist is going to phone you. I was like, I don't need a stylist. Now, with hindsight, look at me. I'm wearing a shit colored t-shirt. I'm a dad now. I need a stylist. But anyway, she said, like, okay, we've got an idea. We're gonna maybe put you in a couple of jackets. And I was like, Todd doesn't wear jackets. I said, this is the thing. I don't wear blazers. I'm not a presenter. I'm a edgy, very, very sexy comedian who dresses like he dresses. And I was like, I'm adamant. Right. I was like, it's a deal breaker. I'm not wearing a jacket. I'm telling you that now. I was like, and by the way, she's the most dead on person I've ever met. I was like, I'm sorry, I feel bad saying this, but I'm not wearing a jacket.
Right.
She showed me the 3 jackets.
You wore all of them.
I said, come here, give me those. Yeah. Three episodes, I wear 3 jackets.
At the same time.
And you know the way you'll say to a kid, you'll lie to a kid to make them like wear something whenever you were where your mom and dad would lie to you. She said, oh yeah, these are tracksuit material, the blazers, and I don't know what that meant.
They look like blazers.
But they look like blazers and they're really lightweight and I love them. And I'm thinking about wearing them for stand-up, and now I'm waiting to see if BBC are going to let me keep them.
I was going to say, would they not let you just hold on to them? We'll do
apparently sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but I'm just hoping that they find it in the goodness of their hearts to do it. And if not, I've got the money sitting there, I'll probably just buy them.
Man, that's good to hear. Listen, I wanna congratulate you on a few things. The first thing is being a new father. I hope that's going well for you. Are you getting enough sleep?
For what? To live? No. But to literally get me through to the next day, barely.
Good.
You and I are 2 guys that like their sleep, preferably together.
Yeah, usually.
But top to toe, nothing weird, no funny business.
Yeah. As long as we're in sync.
Yeah. I'll be Lance Bass. Read into that sure. what you will. But
sure, Joey Fatone, right.
I like to get a lot of sleep. You like to get a lot of sleep. Here's the thing.
We're 2 fresh guys. You know what I mean?
We're 2 slept. We're 2 hydrated, rested guys. And
all the time.
At the minute, basically, I'm sleeping, I would say, in 2-hour chunks. If I'm lucky, I get 3 2 hours a night. So I get 6 hours. Sometimes I might get 4. Sometimes I might get 3. Sometimes I might get 7. One morning, I'll be honest, I slept through my alarm and I was like, I woke up and it was like really late, and I went, oh, and then like my wife had obviously just taken care of everything, and I was like, I feel so bad, but I had the best sleep ever. It definitely does take getting used to, like, the sleep. And anyway,
Yeah.
some people I speak to go, you need to just get through the first 2 weeks. And then some people speak
Right.
to go, mate, you need to just get through the first 4 years. And I'm going, they're
Yeah.
two very different time ranges.
Yeah. I hear you. Well, I hope you get used to it, and I'm sure it's all going to be fine. The second thing I want to congratulate you on is, man.
Hold on, now wait.
No,
I
what?
feel that the first thing you said was respectful.
Yeah, no, this is good. It's good. You're going to
No,
like
it
this.
doesn't feel good. Go ahead.
No, dude, trust me. Second thing I want to say is your music career is really taking off.
Well, I thought you were going to be disrespectful, and I'm glad that you've given me
Mm-hmm.
the respect where it's due. Yes,
Yeah, I'd
I
like to talk about this.
my Forest Side sessions where I sing things like "Make it buttercream."
Oh, wow. How do you do that just so instantly?
And oh, it's what it is reworking classics. I'm not
Yeah,
reinventing the wheel, but I'm putting my own spin on
yeah.
it.
It's great how you can just do it like that. That's class.
Do you know what's fun? Well, do you have any requests? Do you have anything you want?
That one. It's gotta be a Donnelly's at Moy. That one.
No, you've got that wrong. It's
What is it?
You want to be a Connolly's
Sorry.
of Moy. No,
Sorry, man. I was at my elocution lesson, so I was just my brain's a bit scrambled.
Elocution.
That's what I said.
Why do I get more messages about the way you pronounce words than I do about, hey man, enjoyed the last video? Now,
Don't know.
The Connolly's and Moy thing is a big one because it's the most requested thing of all time. Everybody is like, please will you do the Connolly's and Moy?
Oh.
So after we record this podcast, I'm going to do something a little bit special for people.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, save that one. Put that one in the bank for me, please. Whoa,
that's what this is for.
Oh, whoa, yeah.
Sorry, let me just
Jesus
decommission this.
Sorry, please, Kanye. I thought we'd settled that.
Kanye, speaking of Kanye, man saws the run of himself.
Who sure hasn't he? He's not doing too sweet, is he? I haven't been keeping up with the with his latest stuff, but yeah, he's not doing great. Huh?
The thing is, you can sort of be like that in America. You can get away with that and coming out and saying all those things and going on big rants like that. Whereas if he lived here, he would just have very quickly been told to fuck up, and then he would have gone, "Oh, no worries." You know, like things get nipped in the bud quicker here. Out there, they let things go.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Sorry, I thought you were going to say something. I was trying to think like if there was going to be like any sort of Northern Ireland sort of person that would like have a little breakout like that. Who would you like to see? I think it'd be great if Frank Mitchell just lost the run of himself for a bit.
Has Frank ever had the run of himself?
Where was the one? But if he's doing the weather one day and maybe he just wants to start getting his own agenda in there, but he starts doing it real on the sly, like, you know, I think I'd like to see that from Frankie.
Yeah, where's the weather watching camera today? He's like, it's in my underground bunker where I've been devising some pretty fucking crazy plans, let me be honest.
I don't know, Obama has it.
And I would like that, and I would like it if his like big rival was, I would like it if he ran for First Minister and then Barabas went for it as well, and those guys just had it out.
Yeah, it'd be like Anchorman or something where they have the news anchor wars. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah. Do you remember Paul Clark from UTV did a story about Will Ferrell being in Dublin and did it all Anchorman themed and like did all the catchphrases, and hey, it got weird.
I think I do. I can't remember it exactly. Was it weird good or weird?
It was weird because he was buzzing about it. Like you could tell whenever he wrote it, you could tell he was excited. Yeah. He was stoked.
Okay.
But I don't know. The Kanye thing's weird because I really do feel sorry for the guy. Like clearly,
yes,
it's fair to say he has issues, but whenever you're on such a big platform like that, you have no one to rein you back in, because you probably have so many yes men about you that no one's going to be like, man, I think you need to like take 5 minutes here.
Yeah, like how famous do you need to be, or do you have to get before you say something that he has said, whether you just turn a blind eye to it and go, no, it's all right, keep going, you're good.
Yeah,
it's just it's so surreal.
Do you feel like everybody in lockdown has become a conspiracy theorist? Like everyone, bar like me, you, and a couple other guys.
Yeah, and I'm really sick of it. Like I have to, like, I have even family members who have to, like. But what I've started to do is, like, we have a family WhatsApp group, and because, like, I've sort of got to the point where I'm so just like I'm done. Like I can't protest it anymore. So what I'll do is I'll just start adding flames to the fire a wee bit. So my family group, they'll start talking about stuff, and so today they were talking about, do you see Argos have stopped selling catalogs? And I was like, I know. Sure, Epstein was connected to them, and I've just sort of put that out there, and I've just and they've all started, and then they were like, "Do you see Phantom of the Opera's closing?" I was like, "I know." Epstein funded the original production, and just like little anything, I'm just starting to really put my own ones out there now, and I think that's a good way to go.
Guys, I'm not saying anything here, but spell Argos backwards. What do you get? Pedo.
Obama. Look into it. That's all you need to do. Yeah, so, but yeah, I mean, I think I was talking to this about Dave as well, where it was just like, you just get to a point where you're like, all right, just say whatever you want. Like, because, like, at the end of the day, just focus on yourself. Like, just like, but then, do your own thing. Be happy.
But then I think, don't get me wrong, like, some of the theories are going to be correct. Some of them are going to be dead on. But it's the kind of, like one thing pisses me off is, there's a guy I have on Facebook. There's a guy I have on Facebook, okay. not a problem for me usually, but there's a guy I have on Facebook. Let's call him like a local media guy, not comedy. And he's very much like, every post is like, wake up, you sheep, all that kind of stuff, like face masks and coronavirus isn't real. But it's got to the point where, like, why are you smug about, it's like, it's like, I called this so long ago, something to do with like some guy has said face masks aren't good at their job, and he's like laughing faces. He's like, I told you and all, and this is so. It's like, you be smug like that if you predicted the ending of Game of Thrones. Like, at the end of the day, people, whatever your feeling of it is, people are dying of coronavirus. Like, some people at least are dying of it.
Oh yeah, and you shouldn't take any sort of
It's this like thing of like, I know, but I'm right about this, or what are you doing?
And everyone's overnight turned into a medical expert, and everyone's an expert on politics and the rest of it, and it's like, you're all just sitting in your houses reading internet articles. Like,
someone in my family put up a thing, and it was like a quote. It was like a picture that, like a picture quote. So it was like a picture of a former American president from years ago, and like a quote that they'd supposedly said about, like, I don't know, fucking revolution or something. And the person in my family, it could have been Jerry Springer, I don't know, but
yeah, okay.
But this person in my family put it up and wrote like, very true, or like, so interesting, LOL, with the eyes, and then Facebook like put a thing over the picture going like, fact checker. They do this thing where, like, if you say something that isn't real, they can have a way to find. Now, that in itself is probably fucking bad that they can do that and they're looking at your stuff. But so basically, it got, Facebook wrote the thing where, like, this didn't happen the way it said. Like, the quote was made up, and then under his mates were like, I know, but still true, like, still a really good statement. And I was like, but you can't make it up and then be like, I know, but still it is, and all. It just
it blows.
And like, like I say, there's conspiracy theories that are probably like definitely true, and you'd be stupid if you didn't think governments and the powers that be, if you like, and stuff, are up to some nasty shit quite a lot of time, like 100%. But like, it's different if you're like in New York, whatever. But in Northern Ireland, it's like, listen, Arlene and the boys fucking sorted a few people out with radiators. I don't know what it was they did, but like, it's not like the whole, like, that Wayfair thing where people were like,
oh my God,
are selling cupboards and they're actually missing kids. That it's not.
It's just not. Yeah. Yeah, it's but like here's the thing: people want to believe in something, and they also want to think they know something, and they want to have an advantage over someone in terms of intelligence or knowledge or information or whatever sort of superiority they feel like they have from knowing what a conspiracy is and knowing the details and ins and out. Just because you know it doesn't mean it's factual, and just because you want it to be true doesn't mean that it is true. Although it may sound like this really interesting, or it sounds like this almost like, I'm trying to think of the word, like a fantasy, like this amazing fantasy. We were like, oh my God, and the government do hide this money and lesbian twins. Yeah, this is exactly what it is, conspiracy. So they have that and they think, I want to be real, so I'm going to try convince myself as much as I can, do as much reading as I can that it is real, when really just get a life and, focus on your family or eat a sandwich or something.
At the same time, like, the part of the reason I don't look at it is because I'm scared that if I did, I would look at it and instantly go down the rabbit hole and be like, "Oh, this is
me
my
too.
life now." Like 100%.
Oh, me too. I could get so easily into it. Like they have such an addictive personality to it. Doesn't help anything. So that's why I don't drink.
It's it is interesting. Like theories and stuff like that, they are interesting. And like I love to read comments and love to see what people are saying. But it's a whole world that I don't want to go into.
Yeah, like if they made the thing that they've really done well, conspiracy theorist sites, over the last like load of years, is with the likes of YouTube. They're great at creating like this video content, like these YouTube documentaries that get you hooked. You're like, my dad like sat and watched like the 9/11 one night, and ever since then he's never believed. He thinks 9/11's been an inside job ever since, and you can't convince him otherwise. And he'll watch like the moon landing ones, and he'll think like we never went to the moon and all there is. It like, and these little YouTube videos get people, just they brainwash people. It's insane.
Do you know one thing that I can't believe about the conspiracy theorists is that they have such little what do you say, like Photoshop
savvy.
Yeah, like I've seen so many pictures where like they're like, what do you call that woman, Giselle Maxwell?
Yes, Ghislaine
Maxwell. Oh fuck, you know her. The pictures of her like sitting on like piles and piles of human flesh and bones and arms and legs. And then there's other ones where like Lady Gaga's like eating a human out of a bath, and people are like, aren't these sick bastards? And I was like, I'm pretty sure that if they were doing this stuff, right? They wouldn't have an official photographer going about, like some nightclub photographer going, here, let's get one of you fucking grab a severed dick and pretend it's a microphone, Gaga.
Here, put those kidneys in your fucking bra. Go. There isn't that sort of shit. I tell you one funny one my dad did one time. Like he had obviously he was on Twitter, and Twitter is like the cesspool for all this stuff. And he's like, Aaron, can we see this? This is mad. And I was like, right, okay. And he showed me it. There's a video of like these Americans pretending that a UFO was like an overhead. He goes, look at this. He goes, oh, there's a UFO. And he thought it was real. It was the fakest UFO you've ever seen. It looked like a cartoon UFO, and it was going slowly across the screen. And my dad was like, that's mad. I went, Dad, like I could do that.
Would it be on YouTube? No. Like, do you know what it's called?
I don't know what it's called, but it's if you search like UFO conspiracy on Twitter or something, I'm sure there's like a million of these videos of like people like taking like, and they think they see like a UFO. It's ridiculous.
The only thing that I look at and go, is Bob Lazar, that guy who he's been on Joe Rogan's podcast. I think what his name right? Joe Rogan's podcast a load of times, and he basically said that he worked for the American government, and his job was to like look at like alien space, like extraterrestrial spacecrafts, and he's like, I've been in these secret facilities and I've worked on these crafts, and I think something like this week, the New York Times had to like produce an apology from him because the government had to basically say, yes, he did work on these programs. And this, just a thing I've just been looking at here there. Obviously don't really know too much about it, as you can tell. But that is an interesting one to me. But then again, no matter what you tell me, I can't believe in aliens. Like, not the way we're said. There's no way you start drawing aliens for like films and TV stuff and stories, and then people are like,
what they look like.
Here, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. The Joe Rogan in general has a real fascination with like aliens and UFOs and that. So like most podcasts, he'll usually bring it up. Like I don't know if you've watched the one he did with Post Malone just yesterday, but
No.
they both got baked off their fucking faces. And Post Malone started talking about how he believes in aliens and how he's seen spacecrafts and stuff like that. And you're like, hey man, did you? Or are you just high as a fucking kite and you thought you seen something? And then Joe's like, they're talking about, there was some sort of article out this week that apparently America can confirm that they do have evidence of spacecrafts that were not made in this world that they have possession of.
About, yeah.
But I don't want to look into it because fucking I don't really care. Like,
but then part of that could be them. And by the way, Mickey Bartlett and Connor Keys are going to sue us for becoming the conspiracy theory podcast.
They're going to hate us. Yeah, we're the anti-conspiracy theory.
So maybe the American government are like, start saying we have these spacecrafts so that the citizens are like, flip, these boys are like keeping the aliens away from us. You know what I mean? Because this is the prime time where people are impressionable. So this is where you could be like, listen, Trump should be like, listen, you can vote for me, you can vote for someone else. All I'm going to say is, if you don't vote for me, the aliens are going to come and eat you. But it's up to you. It's up to you, basically.
Did you see Trump's trying to push the American vote back? I know. By the way, the sentence I said before, I was trying to be real serious. Douglas and fucking Damon are just poking away there. Oh no!
This is the famous "Good Morning" scene from Boytown Folklore. Unbelievable!
Oh god, I have great timing, but I'll just do that. But yeah, Trump's trying to postpone the American vote for the presidential election in November, which I think is crazy.
But why?
Because he's trying to claim that, like, because of coronavirus, people can't get out enough to vote. I'd say, and so there'll be a lot of mail-in votes, and he doesn't like want a lot of mail-in votes because for whatever reason, probably because it would favor the Democrats more. I don't know what the reasoning is. Either way, it's all crazy at the minute. But sure, fuck it. It's all good for the Todd father and the butt man, and that's all that matters.
Oh yeah, and what we got to talk about is the main thing is 90 Day Fiance.
Oh baby, what? So like, give me like just what season you on? Who's like your top characters? Where are you at with it? Where are you at?
Hold on, I gotta put you on ice for a second. I gotta put you on ice because you're too hot. Okay, there's gonna be people listening and watching who don't know what 90 Day Fiance is, and those people are the ones I really feel sorry for. 90 Day Fiance is a reality TV series on TLC, which is like the American, like, has Keeping Up with the Kardashians. All the reality, all the highbrow good shows. Now, 90 Day Fiance, you're not gonna, if you're one of these people, one of these fucking nerds who watches TV, being like, oh, I want to learn, I like documentaries, and I like the, I like facts, and I like to broaden my horizons. Babe, this one is not for you. Sit this one out. 90 Day Fiance is about people that meet online and then travel to a different country to meet the person they've met online, spend 90 days with them and see if they want to marry them and give them the visa to get them to come back to their country. It's mainly Americans. It's always Americans. And then, so there's Americans travel all around the world so it follows different people in each series. And then there's a series which we're watching now, which is called The Other Way, where the Americans
travel to their country.
So
yeah, basically the whole premise is in America, you have to be in the country for 90 days if you're from another country. And if you're not married within the 90 days, you get booted out. So you've got 90 days to decide if you want to marry this person upon first meeting them. So they basically get Americans who talk to like people from India, people from Australia, people from, England, and then they come over, meet for the first time, and it goes many different ways, as you know, but it's a great show. And I know you say you feel sorry for the people who don't know what it is, but I'm excited for them because after they listen to us, they get to go away and they get to see it for the first time with fresh eyes, and that's a beautiful thing.
Genuinely, it is one, like, as someone who's not into reality TV,
me neither.
It is potentially the best trashy show ever. Like the best break from reality thing, and it's so good to watch. Coronavirus, lockdown, all that, because it is like, it's fun and it's like a rich like you get so much out of it. Like There's some people you're rooting for. Some people you're like, oh, I really just want them. I want it to work. There's some people you're like, she needs to leave him. He needs to leave her. You get so into their lives, and then their friends and family are like, fuck this, you shouldn't be with this guy. And it just, and then there's twists and stuff, and the person.
There's secrets. There's a lot of secrets. Yep.
Everybody goes at some point. There's something I need to say, and you're like, what is the thing?
I haven't told him yet. Yeah.
It is so brilliant. So we're watching at the minute, like obviously at the minute we're watching
the other way
very slowly. We're watching the other way. So
season 1 or 2?
Season 1. The guy, what I want to talk about is, and we'll not do spoilers for anyone. The guy Corey, who is the girl from Ecuador. She fucking hates him.
Oh, and she's one of the worst bad to him.
She's one of the worst people I've ever seen on TV. He's putting all of his money, and he's like a young guy,
40 grand,
fairly good looking guy, and he
buying her loads of stuff.
He lives in a nice part of America, like it's like the woods,
beautiful,
nice, and
has his own cabin.
His family make a real effort with her, and she's like, you gotta come live with me in Ecuador, but it's like,
it's not as good as where he is. It's like her country is very run down. There's pigs flying all over the place. There's like a lot of poverty. There's no like main like flipping stores or whatever. It's just crazy.
Yeah, and he, bless him, like has learned Spanish. He's like positive. Now he's a little bit of a bitch at times. Like, what about whenever he gets his vaccines? Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god.
He's a moaner, right? He's a moaner.
This is my thing with him, right? Like, I do feel sorry for him, but then I also don't, because he's subjecting himself to it. I feel like he's also a bit of a, like, he likes a bit of sort of being treated like a bit of a bitch. So it's like,
she just is
the worst, the devil.
Then.
Oh, she's the worst. What about
her family? Are like, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't want to give too many spoilers, but obviously, you know, when he gets to the airport and stuff, and it's just like,
oh yeah,
have you seen that yet?
Yeah, and she's traveling to go, and she just does.
Yeah. And he just like, he's already traveled like 20 odd hours. He has 5 different suitcases. He's in a country he doesn't know where he is, and she doesn't even give him any help. It's so bad. I like that.
What's the other big?
Submitting Jenny.
Yeah, that's okay. That kind of bores me. That one.
Don't worry, that's gonna pick up.
Great. The main one you gotta see if you watch any of these series, there is a couple who are in every single series pretty much of 90 Day Fiance, and that's Paul and Karine.
Oh, let's talk about this guy. I love this so
honestly,
much.
Every sipper watching, go to
YouTube.
You can get it on YouTube. You can also, like, if you have Sky TV, it's all on catch up. That's where we watch it. Paul is an American guy.
Mm-hmm.
He is very like mousy. You know what I mean? Like he's a small guy. He's like he's a real mummy's boy. He's probably
bit of a geek,
mid-30s, bit of a geek.
I think he was about 30. Yeah,
pretty like naive as well. And By the way, I can do an impression of Paul's walk that never fails to make my wife laugh. Have I done
good? Yeah. No, but I look forward to seeing it.
10 out of 10. So Paul finds love with this girl online who lives in like the rainforest of Brazil. So it's Brazil, but to get there, once you get to Brazil, you got to travel for 4 days by boat up the Amazon to get there. So,
which in itself is just crazy.
And what about when my fucking heart broke, but then so did my chest from laughter. He's traveling like to the middle of nowhere by himself, and he decides to bring every item that he owns. He brings 7 big massive trunks, and he's a small man, and he can't get them anywhere, and he constantly tries to get them on a trolley. And I was like, mate, I can't, like, so much of this program, you're like, I can't watch this because it's so, you want to be able to help. He travels up the Amazon. He meets
4
her,
days,
and their journey just goes on and on and on. And they're in this current series, and like some of it, no spoilers. There's a scene where he tells her a big secret about himself, and then he thinks she's not going to like him, so he just runs into the
away
rainforest, into the Amazon rainforest, and tries to like basically kill himself by jumping in to the Amazon, and he can't swim. And the producers have to, and then when she's like walking away from him, being like, "You're too mental for me," then a guy comes up to her with a machete and steals her mobile phone. And I'm watching this in my comfies, being like, "This is television. This is why we have television." But you're right. There's quite a lot of people you watch, and you're going, "I do have sympathy for you because you're being treated like shit." But walk away from this, because this is, you don't even know this person. Like, get out. Like Caesar.
Oh no, this guy. So basically, the breakdown: Caesar has been texting this girl on an online dating site for a long time. Maybe it's like a year, 2 years.
Oh no, way more.
Oh, was it? There was another guy you see that was similar to him, but this guy Caesar, years had been texting this girl called Maria, I think her name was. It was, and she's this beautiful blonde bombshell, like, I mean, perfect woman. He's texting her, sending her like, he works as a nail technician, which in itself is very funny. And he's doing like women's nails, and he's getting paid like,
look at those.
Oh, they're fabulous, yeah.
No, they need cut.
Oh,
they're ready to scrab.
So yeah, they are, yeah. But here, you got to keep them for the baby. You know, you never know when you got to fight back. You know what I'm saying? True. So Caesar has been sending this girl $800 a month. Now look, it's done. Oh, I'm going red.
Oh, not the first time you've had two naked guys jumping over your shoulder.
Oh no. Oh, it's going to be tough to get back on track here. I enjoyed that so much.
If anybody isn't watching the video version of the podcast, there's no easy way of saying this, but behind Aaron, he's watching behind the candelabra, and that was a scene where Michael Douglas and Matt Damon absolutely go at each other. And I didn't realize till they were halfway through.
They were turn each other to pieces. Woo. So back to Caesar. Caesar from 90 Day Fiance has been sending this girl $800 a month when he only makes about $900 a month, and thinks that he's going to meet up with this girl, has paid for like plane tickets to meet up with her. She never meets up with him, and then in the very last episode they find her in Ukraine and have an interview with her, and she basically has been mugging him off all this time.
It's so hard to watch because it's so frustrating because you're like, imagine if this person was one of my parents or a friend. You're like, how do you not know that you're being like totally played here? But that's the thing, they don't. They're just so into the idea of it. What about and this is the last thing we'll say on this because I don't want to alienate people who don't want to watch it. Yolande.
Yolande was the girl.
She's the mother of like 4 or 5 who lives in Las Vegas, who thinks she's talking to a British guy called, wait for it,
Williams.
Who, hey, spoiler alert, is definitely a middle-aged Nigerian man. And it's at the very last minute, and even when everything's been proved to her that this is not who he said it was, she's still like, don't know, we'll see, and it's like, we won't see, because what about he's supposed to live in Manchester and be this like English bloke called Williams, and she's talking to him on the phone, full-blown Nigerian accent, and which, you know,
what's that sound like?
What?
No, go ahead.
You want me to do his accent?
No.
I got it. But here's the thing. If I can do a spot-on Nigerian accent, why would I not do it?
No, do it. Can you?
I don't know. Look, here's the thing. We'll do it in Patreon.
Yeah, the safety place.
Yep. So yeah, she's chatting to this guy who says he lives in Manchester and he's this like quintessential English man. And she's like, Williams, I'm getting ready. She's like, Williams,
Yeah, Williams.
Williams. I love Williams. She goes, Williams. She's on the phone to him, and her daughter's there because her daughter's like so skeptical about it all. And she goes, Williams, what is the name of the airport? What airport should I fly into, Williams, to come and see you? What's the name
And he
of
goes,
the
London.
airport?
Another thing we haven't chatted about, which I think we should. I don't know if you got all the way through it, but did you watch all of Hamilton?
Right.
How far in did you get?
Half an hour, maybe.
Half an hour. Was it a struggle for you?
No, I think it's brilliant, but at the minute, I just don't have time to watch something through that
It's
much.
long. It's long.
And I keep going from the start because I don't want to miss anything. So I feel like I've got to the same point 3 or 4 times, but I love it. And I've got the soundtrack. I listen to it on my phone when I'm driving. I love it, but I just haven't finished seeing it. But I will watch it all.
Very, very enjoyable. Just wanted to check up on you, see where you were at with that. That's good.
That's good. We got listeners' questions. I don't know how many we have, but we have them.
Cool. Let's do it.
See. Okay.
I might have some. I don't know.
Yep. On Twitter, Lucy says, if you two were starring in a musical together, what musical would it be? I think a pretty good one. I don't think we would do something that already exists. I like to think we would do something.
Oh, really?
An original piece. I think we could definitely do an original piece. Or maybe we just do Behind the Candelabra, and I'd be keen to start rehearsing that as soon as possible. Yeah.
I'll get drafting up the stage script for that one and get the lighting and stuff sorted.
Well, here's the thing. Some people will know you broke my heart because we were driving up to Ballymena for a gig once. We were listening, as we do, to Frankie Valli in 4 Seasons. Correct. And I thought I hit a particularly good note as Frankie. I thought I hit a good note. My eyes are down.
You know, Frankie's got like,
Oh, I never let a hand on you. My eyes are down you. So I hit the note, and I turned around. In fact, I didn't turn around. My eyes were on the road, and I said, "Man," and I was deadly serious. I said, "Man, do you think I could play Frankie Valli in a musical?"
Nope.
And you said, "No." And that broke my heart into a billion pieces.
It did, because I feel like you definitely genuinely thought you had a chance one day at, like, if you maybe sort of did, you get there, I don't know, somehow. But I was there. Not even in the show, but yep. You do that for your audition, yeah. If Jersey Boys is a good musical, and it's the thing is, here's what you got to remember, Shane. Okay, it's nothing to do with your musical abilities. It's more to do with the role of Frankie Valli. Yes, says your cock, and the role of Frankie Valli is one of the hardest roles to do on any show.
I'm game.
I know your game, but it's just I don't know if you'd be able to fulfill the needs for that role. But look, let's make a campaign. Let's get you an audition for it. Let's do it.
You're just too good to be true.
Why do your eyes do that when you sing?
Can't take my eyes off of you.
This is how you always start singing.
I'm feeling it. That's why.
Yeah. All right,
be like heaven to touch. Oh no, I got James Blunt.
Oh, no.
I want to hold you so much.
I would like
when James Blunt playing Frankie Valli.
Frankie Valli, yep, that'd be good. Whenever lockdown sort of eases and stuff a little bit, it'd be great if we could do like a video where you come up to my house and I'll play the piano and I'll just we'll like do like a mock audition and I'll play you a few of the Frankie Valli songs and we'll just see and like I'll do some of the background harmonies and we'll just we'll play about. Here's
the thing. Here's your challenge. We have to do that. We'll do it as part of the podcast. You need to get in touch with some sort of like West End producer, actor, actress.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to we need to get on Zoom. We'll do this for the podcast. And ideally we have some like West End influential figures at the time there. And we're all on Zoom. You play me a couple of notes and I'll just hit it and we'll see what they think.
Yeah. Look, I can do it. I've got a good connection. We can get in there and I'll get you a few actors and stuff who have did shows like that. No problem.
Okay.
That'll be a good laugh. Yeah, we could do that.
Joshua says, does pineapple belong on pizza? I mean, it's a question we all want the answer to. Does pineapple belong on pizza? I would always have said no, and then I've become a big fan of pineapple on like chicken, like pineapple, chicken, chips, avocado. So I'm starting to say yes, but I would always have said no. Where does the Buttman stand on that?
Personally, I don't have it on my pizza, but I would say, like, in the general view, I would say yes, because enough people like it to have it on pizza. So yeah, sure.
Matthew Mernon says, how much McGoldrick are you going to upload to annoy Patches Morrow? Now, I've got to give you the background on this.
Please.
There is just a guy, anytime I put a McGoldrick video up, well, it's happened twice. I put up a McGoldrick video, and he's like, he got back to me straight. I talked about this in the podcast during the week there. He's like, I'm getting major Paddy McGrath vibes here, word for word. That's what he said.
Paddy McGrath.
Yes, that's what he said.
Good.
And I said, oh, right, okay, it's just, what do you mean? He's like, you basically said you're copying him. And I was like, oh, all right. Instead of going, no, I'm not. I said, all right. I was like, I'm trying this character out here for the first time, just seeing where it lands. You know, no harm done. I'm going to delete the video. Knowing everyone would know where I stand on this. And then I put another McGoldrick video up today, and then the same guy straight away just did like the head and hand. So he must think that I just started doing McGoldrick and that I'm like trying to rip off Paddy McGrath. And
Paddy McGrath.
And he just had the head and the hands, and then Matthew Mernon was straight on to it, commenting on it. So that gave me a little bit of a chuckle, but at the same time, Matthew Mernon, I'm blocking you from every social media platform because that's stirring the pot.
That is.
But yes, for everyone who thinks that I have, stolen the or whatever, you're right. You're right.
You have,
yeah. There's no way around saying it. Hey, your boy stole it. You caught me with my hands in the cookie jar, and there's crumbs left, right, and center.
I remember the conversation the day you were at my house, and you were like, "Here, I'm just going to do that thing Paddy McGrath does. It's only a wee touch, like just a different outfit." And I was like, "Don't know, man." And you were like, "No."
Outfit. Like sometimes I was like,
sometimes the same. Sometimes it's the same. Sometimes the same voice, same sort of jokes. And I was like, "All right, dude, if you want to, it's not that original, but okay."
In the background.
That's me and you in Tenerife.
Tenerife or the Galgorm.
Where's Woodsy?
Oh, he's down below. Matthew, very funny, very cheeky, very Matthew Mernon. Johnny Dempster says, Snog, marry, avoid. Haven't had one of these in a while. Between Frank Mitchell, Barra Best, and Paul Clark. That's weird that we were just talking about. We literally talked about those three people at the start of the pod.
He's listening.
I'm going to Snog Paul Clark. I'm going to marry Barra Best, and I'm going to avoid Frank Mitchell because even though he's a close personal friend, I think, as we've talked about earlier, Frank is trying to become First Minister. He's lost the run of himself. So at the minute, I'm going to avoid Frank until he's back in the straight and narrow. What are you saying?
I just snog all of them, really. And that's not even a game. That's what I'm trying to get done.
Johnny Bow says, if you were to let Aaron babysit your son, what would you be most worried about? My son weighed in so heavy that I would worry that Aaron wouldn't give him his bottle in time, and then my son, who's 2 weeks old, would just grab Aaron by the throat and like body slam him. That's a main thing that I'd be worried about.
What weight was your son again?
7 stone.
Do you know?
You accepted that? Sure? You accepted that so quickly. You were like, "All right, big lad."
I thought you were going to say something else. I was like, "Oh wait, no." He said 7 stone. Do you know what my weight my dad actually came out at when he was born? This is true fact.
No.
12 pounds.
No, he didn't.
I swear to you, he did. It's on his birth certificate.
That must be close to being a record in this country because they couldn't be the size of my boy.
Do you want to hear the best as well? He was the smallest of all his brothers and sisters.
What was your granny's diet?
Oh, just steroids and cocaine. to get her through those fucking bars. Fucking hell. Poor woman.
Your dad came out with a provisional and a Vespa.
Oh, fuck. Isn't that crazy? Like, 12, he's fucking near a stone as a baby.
Your dad's first bottle was a Coors Light. So,
fucking hell.
Our final question, Patrick Quinn, aka Belfast Guy in China, big friend of the pod, says, love Belfast Blues. Are there plans to shoot any more episodes? I think Aaron's a great comic and he puts a lot of work into his craft. Patrick, I like your style, Patrick. I don't like it when people come on the pod and then you give them nice compliments. He says, you work really well together. P.S. I'm not sure why in my DMs my name now appears rather than just Belfast Guy in China. I don't even wear DMs anyway. I didn't change anything at all, and I think it was just an Instagram update. Need to do more with Bunter. He's great. So essentially what you're saying is I need to work more with Butler and Bunter. Now, Butler and Bunter sounds like
a great show.
No, it sounds like whenever you're like buying your mum Christmas presents when you're like 16 and you've got 20 quid and you've like 3 quid left, there will be like a Smelly's gift set and it'll be not Bayliss and Harding because you don't have enough for that. It'll be Butler and Bunter.
Bunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like two sidekicks of the Chuckle Brothers that didn't make the final cut for the show, you know what I mean? It's like they were going to come in, do a little gig and then just didn't happen.
Butler and Bunter. Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay, Belfast Blues, plans to do more episodes? Yes, probably at some point, but just because of the old lockdown. Like, we were already talking about, like, what we could do for the next series. So, yes.
A lot of good ideas.
And it's funny how that was a real good lesson. I've said this before, but it was a real good lesson in doing, like, a longer form series thing like that because we put them out once a week, like, every Monday night at 8 o'clock. And it didn't get a lot of traction, like, from one episode, like, it gradually lost people. And then it started lockdown and put them out one night after the other, and it was class. The reaction was really good, and the numbers were good. So it was a good lesson in knowing how to do something like that.
For sure, it's good to hear the good feedback about it and all that sort of stuff. I think you're right. There's a lot to be learned from it, but looking back on it, I'm very proud of what we did in that short space of time. And how it all turned out and the story and everyone else getting involved and how it looked and all this sort of stuff, considering we did it on basically nothing but our own sort of pocket, you know?
Patrick, in China, I want you to just really get Belfast Blues blowing up and becoming a big thing. Like, we need to find the Chinese equivalent to Netflix. I mean, disrespectful I've said that, it might well just be Netflix.
Right.
So what I want to do is I want you and I in China. I was trying to think, in Shandong. You and me in Shandong running about doing Belfast Blues season 2.
And I was going to do, I know we were thinking of ideas. I thought a great idea would have been like a Halloween spin-off, just one episode. And it was more like Ghostbusters or the sort of like the haunted, like sort of, you know, like those Derek Acora shows where it's all like sort of filmed in the dark and stuff around a house or whatever. Like something like that. Maybe it's the ghost of Baby Next Son or something like that. Just something like that's just ridiculous. But I don't know. Who knows? We'll see.
That's good. And I need to do more with Bunter. Yes, Bunter is of course Kieran Bartlett, and I would like to, but it's lockdown. Kieran's focusing a lot on writing at the minute. But I mean, I would say as soon as all this is calmed down a bit, I definitely will do that. And it'd be good to just work with everyone again, just doing gigs and like we were chatting a little bit about maybe doing some shows soon. Like
we're getting close. Close.
So it's gonna be Dave and I just got booked for a festival in a couple of weeks, but I don't think I can say when or where. But
is it like not online, like actual
real outdoor festival? Yeah,
in Northern Ireland.
Yes. Now cool. I think they're waiting to confirm it, but that'll be class because like they don't even know, like with the numbers and stuff. They're like, we don't know how many people we can let in. So I've done this festival before, and the money is good at it. But this time they're like, listen, we don't know what the crack is. Let's be honest, this is the money. And before they even told me, I was like, oh yeah, I'll do it. Like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, we're really, I like, as we've sort of been back and forth on when we're looking forward to it, how we're, are we ready, blah, blah, blah. And like, it was this week when you text me about something, and as soon as you text me about it, I just got this automatic like feeling of like yes, and like I started going through in my head like what's going to be my first joke, what's going to be like my first 5 minutes. I started like laughing and stuff, and it was like the feeling just started rushing back, and I was like just so pumped to be able to get back. And I think now more than ever we're closer to getting to do a gig again.
Yeah. I've been going through a set that I want to do at those gigs that we're talking about whenever they come back. And I want to do like nearly a brand new 30. So
see, I don't want to do that. I'll tell you why. For me, because we're different anyway. But for me, I want to just do like maybe like old, just to get back, just to like almost like to get comfortable back on stage again. And then once I start see, I don't even think I'll mix new with old. I think I'll do like I'll probably do my first 1 or 2 sets will probably be just all the ones I know I've did before, and then once I start getting the laughs and start getting comfortable again, I'll start going, right, let's start dipping in and mixing. I think because if I start doing all new stuff, it'll just be a fucking total. But people like yourself and other people who like to do that sort of more loose, relaxed style will be able to intertwine some new stuff and things of that nature.
There's one bit that I'll explain to you very quickly after we've recorded, but it's going to be my new opener. And look, I think it's great, but I might do it a couple of times in these post-lockdown gigs, and it might not work. But in my head at the minute, I've got 2 bits that I'm very, very excited about. Very excited about.
Right.
And then the first and second bits in my new set. So I don't know. We'll see. But how often does that happen when you're like, this bit's a clinker, and it never, or the opposite? Sometimes you have a bit and you go, there's better bits in the set, but that bit gets the big laugh. I don't know. I miss it. Even looking at this microphone and practicing with that. I just can't wait to get back to it.
Yeah, did you see the gig Colin put on a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
When you seen it, were you just like, oh?
Yeah, I was supposed to do it, and I've been chatting to him, and I've been chatting a lot about like, when do you think we'll be able to do this, and ideas for doing shows and stuff together and separately when this comes back. And I mean, I couldn't have done the show. It was literally like the day before,
in the middle of
but it just it like there was like I watched it and I was like, that's great that my mates are getting to go and do it. Were you at it?
No, I wasn't at it. No,
I thought you went down to watch. I would love to have done it, but I think as well, like, I don't know, like, if you offered me a slot indoors somewhere, I don't think just yet I would do it, but I don't think I'm far away from it.
No, I'd agree with you there. Yeah, we're getting, like I say, each day we're getting closer to getting back up there and having a good time.
Well,
did you know that? Yeah, go ahead.
Would you put something on in your garden?
We could do, yeah, but with this fucking weather at the minute, it's kind of balls. Like July is literally just been a washout here. Like, we've flipping want to have some family and stuff up and have them outside, and it's like, because we have like load of seats and benches and stuff, and we've got like big fire pit and stuff. That'd be real cool looking if you were to like light that up and things, health and safety. I think it's funny now because it's coming into the time of year where me and you would usually be out on the road for your shows. Because I like the last 2 years, I've pretty much been at most of your gigs, either filming them or just there for the laugh. And I think we're gonna miss that this year. It makes me a wee bit sad because like we had some great times just traveling the country and just to the people and just the laughs that we had. You know, we're not going to get that.
But then we're doing 2 tours next year, so it's gonna be sweet.
Fingers crossed, it all goes ahead.
It'll make us love it even more whenever it does come back, you know. But
completely,
I'm just excited, just so excited to get back. I'm nervous too, which is really good. I'm thinking about what am I going to wear for the first gig back.
Oh, but now here's the thing I'll tell you, right? No. Now, is my material going to be new, or like, have I got any? No. Haven't did a bit of work, but is the clothing, is the outfits that I'm going to present. Butler's coming with some fire on I've spent the last 5 months buying new outfits for stand-up. That's it.
I've heard you have a new collection with Boohoo called the Comeback Boy, and
that's right.
You're just going to roll it out. Hey, I'd be keen to cop some of that.
That's right. It's based on that movie.
Before everything's assless.
Even the tops.
Before we Before we wrap it up, I want to plug the Patreon one more time. Patreon.com/teawithmepodcast. Go to manscaped.com. I want you signing up for this too, by the way, because I want your undercarriage to be even better. Manscaped.com. Tea with me, 20% off, free shipping. Get yourself a nice cut. But man, thank you very much for filling in on Boytown for me. Appreciate that.
Pleasure. 2 weeks in a row. Me and Dave had a good laugh. It was a good time. But look, it's time for you to come back. The people are begging for you to get back there. Okay. So
is it? Did you guys mug me off? I haven't had a chance to listen. Did you guys mug me off in this week's episode?
Yes.
Okay, I'll listen.
Thanks. You're welcome.
It's
all yeah. You'll need to. It's all good friendly banter. Eh?
Okay. All right, man. Enjoy your Pepsi Max. Go well. I'll chat. I'm gonna hit stop, and then I'm gonna tell you this quick bit of material.
All right. Go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
Peace out.
Thanks.